returns. How was your hike?
All nice to be alone.
Not in the mood for company, huh?
Not really.
Lucinda had a rough night.
Is she okay?
I think she's just a little under the weather, so we decided to skip Jack and Janet's wedding.
Doesn't sound like her. She must not have been feeling well.
No, I think she just needed to get some rest, so, we decided to stay upstairs in our bedroom.
Ah, how exciting for you.
I didn't mind.
Of course not. You're the perfect husband.
She turned in early, but I wasn't quite ready for bed yet.
Yeah, especially with your wife, huh?
I'm sure you feel like you're punishing me with your attitude. But the only one who's truly suffering here is you.
So what game are we playing now, Brian? Blame the victim?
I'm not blaming anyone. Sometimes people make victims out of themselves.
You think that's what I'm doing?
Oh, look at yourself, Luke. You got kicked out of school. You started drinking again, knowing full well you're risking your health. You're alienating your friends. Your boyfriend left you. Should I go on?
Probably not.
And the sad thing is there are people who can help you, but you just keep shutting them out.
People like you, Brian.
Like your family. But you keep pushing them away. You should have gone to your cousin's wedding today and celebrated with the people that you love. But instead, you went backpacking into the woods just so no one would see how miserable you are.
Well, whose fault is it that I can't stand being in my own house? Huh? Who did that to me, Brian?
Well, I think we might disagree about that.
Oh, yes, of course. I forgot. Because I'm selfish and ungrateful and completely unfair to this amazing man who's been so kind to my grandmother.
You made some pretty hurtful accusations.
Who cares? Nobody cares what I think. So if you're bound and determined to keep polishing your image and being all macho and doing all these acts of kindness for the world, go on. Go ahead. I'm sure everyone will buy it.
Is that really how you see me?
I don't know what's worse. Knowing the truth of what happened between us, or you trying to convince me that it never even happened?
Luke, I'm sorry. You're right. This is my fault.
Did I hear you correctly? Did you just admit that you came on to me?
I wouldn't put it exactly like that.
Well, then how would you put it?
Yeah, everybody has their own perceptions.
Oh, here we go again with the perceptions. I guess mine's just out of whack, right? You know what? This is stupid. It's pointless trying to have this conversation.
No, you didn't imagine it. I did kiss you that night. And it was inappropriate.
You're telling me it was the same night you married my grandmother?
I shouldn't have done it.
Done what? Kissed me or married her?
Oh, kissing you was wrong. What was worse was making you think that it was all in your head. It wasn't.
So you admit it? You came on to me?
I admit I'm attracted to you. Who wouldn't be?
Well, generally straight men. So I guess this
I told you I don't like labels.
Then you're in denial.
No, I'm not denying anything. I'm trying to be honest with you.
Fine. Go ahead.
Believe it or not, I care about you, Luke. And to see you floundering, not living up to your potential. I just hate that. And knowing that I may be even partly responsible for that weighs on me terribly.
So you're saying you are responsible for what happened between us?
Yes. But once it happened, I didn't know how to handle it. And so I took the coward's way out. But of course, denying the truth just makes it worse. And I know I put you in an impossible situation. And I know I hurt you, and I wish I could make the hurt go away.
Well, you could start by telling my grandmother the truth.
The truth isn't what you think it is.
Yes, it is, Brian. Look, I know what you're going through. But once you come clean, everything kind of gets a little better.
I know you want, I know what you want me to say, but that's not who I am.
Brian, it's bad that you're lying to yourself. But what's worse is you're lying to my grandmother.
I'm not.
Okay. Well, what if I told her the truth about what happened? Would you try to deny it? Would you back me up?
Lucinda's been through a lot lately. But in many ways, she's never been happier. And if we take that away from her...
But Brian, if the happiness is based on the lie...
Well, I guarantee you it's not. I've never been happier. She's an incredible human being, and I love her, and I love every minute being married to her.
Are you having sex with her?
That's none of your business.
Well, you made it pretty clear that you wanted to have sex with me. But somehow I'm crossing the line by asking who else you might be having sex with.
No, Lucinda and I are not having sex. She's not really well enough yet.
Yet. So you plan to?
Plan to be a good husband to her.
Okay.
Don't judge me, Luke. You can't know what my feelings are.
I'm not judging you, Brian. But trust me, I do know. I've been there. You're gay, and you're too scared to admit it.
I know it seems to you like I'm trying to weasel out of the truth. But to me, life is a bit more complicated than trying to find one word to define a whole person.
Hey, if you want to stay in the closet your whole life, more power to you. Personally, I find it a little suffocating.
No, I'm just saying we shouldn't judge each other. You're gay, you're out, you're proud, good for you. That's the way you chose to live your life. I made other choices, and they're equally valid.
But it's not a choice. It's just who you are.
Oh, don't pretend you know who I am. I married Lucinda, and I love her. And I think we're good for each other, and I think we can have a good marriage.
Brian, if she knew you were gay and was okay with it and you guys worked something out, that would be one thing. But as it is, don't you kind of feel like you're just making a joke out of this entire marriage?
No, you couldn't be more wrong.
How? How? Tell me how you can make this marriage work.
Lucinda may be older, but we are very compatible. We're adults. We're both adults. We don't have to deal with issues like having children or being competitive in our careers. We challenge each other. We make each other laugh. We make each other happy.
Except in bed.
Well, relationships aren't all about sex.
Oh, trust me, I know about that. I already went through one without it. But Brian, don't you think being attracted to the person you're with is a really important part of a relationship?
I am very attracted to Lucinda in many ways. I wouldn't have married her otherwise.
And the fact that she was sick and almost dying, and you said yes when she proposed to you right after a major surgery, that was all cool?
You said you weren't going to judge me, Luke, but that's what you're doing. Look, don't let one mistake that I made with you destroy a relationship that's not only important to me, but very important to your grandmother, whom I know you love very much. If you think about it, I'm sure you'll do the right thing.
You know what, Brian? I'll admit, I don't know what the right thing is right now.
You don't want to hurt Lucinda,
Of course not.
so you won't tell her what happened between us.
Fine. I'll keep your secret safe if that's what you want.
Good. I'm glad we did this tonight. We needed to clear the air. So, are we good now?